Hey guys, so I have a book called Share With You. I was gonna incorporate this into my main show and tell, but that video is really long. So I decided to keep them separate. I have quite a few books to share with you, mixture of physical and ebook, so I'm just gonna jump right in. Starting with one that I can't say much about, so we might as well just get it out of the way. This is The Beauty of Darkness by Mary E. Pearson. This is the third and I believe the final book in the Remnant Chronicles series. I haven't read The Heart of Betrayal yet. The Kiss of Deception was really good. I really enjoyed it. I think I devoured that in like 2-3 days. So, once I've finished with the Throne of Glass series, once Empire of Storms comes out, I will probably marathon this series. I picked up a couple of non-fiction books. I picked up Silk Roads, A New History of the World by Peter Frankopan. And this is basically the history of the world from an Eastern perspective, more focusing on Eastern civilizations such as like China, Iraq, that kind of thing. And it's really interesting, and I can't really condense this synopsis of it because I haven't finished it. So I'm only about maybe a chapter in. It's really dense reading, really dense. So I'm looking forward to devouring this at some point. I also picked up a memoir. This is Sue Perkins' Spectacles. I'm a big fan of Sue Perkins. I first really became aware of her when she did this through history sort of comedy thing where her and I can't remember the man's name, but they went through different time periods and they'd dress in costume and show the way they used to eat. And it was quite funny when they got to the 70s and they were drinking like liters of vodka and getting so drunk on camera. It was hilarious. But she's quite a funny person and I'm really interested in learning more about her, so I picked up her memoir. Of course, I have some science fiction and fantasy to share with you. First of all is The Dark Forest by Cixin Liu. I have no idea how to say that properly, I apologise. If someone knows, let me know, spell it phonetically for me. And this is basically, imagine the universe is a forest, and if you reveal your location, you become prey. And Earth has revealed its location, so the predators are coming for us. That is basically what is going on in the sky. And I've only read the prologue of this, or only part of the prologue, and it starts off with two people talking about astronomy and sociology and the journey of an ant. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Because the premise sounds really good. It's all about how it's written that's gonna, make it or break it. Next we have Luna, New Moon. Of course, I was drawn to this because it was called Luna, which is my daughter's name. And the synopsis of this says, "The moon wants to kill you. She has 1,000 ways to do it. The bitter cold of vacuum, the lethal sleet of radiation, choking dust as old as the earth, your weakening bones. Or you could run out of money for water, or air, or simply run foul of one of the 5 dragons, the corporations that rule the moon and control its vast resources. But you stay, because the moon can make you richer than you can imagine, until a war breaks out." Again, this is quite a small science fiction, which should mean it should be concisely written, straight to the point, and really thick woven words. So I'm looking forward to this one as well. And this one is by Ian MacDonald. This is more of a fantasy. This is the 5th season by N.K. Jemisin, most famous for the 10,000 Kingdoms or 100,000 Kingdoms. I think it's 100,000 Kingdoms series. It's called the Inheritance Trilogy. And this author has a very creative, unique way of writing. It's not very prose. It's more like how you talk to people. Kind of, it's I can't really describe it. It's a very unique writing voice. I haven't heard anything like it before, so super excited. I will quickly read the synopsis. This is the way the world ends for the last time. It starts with the Great Red Rift across the heart of the world's sole continent, spewing ash that blots out the sun. It starts with death, with a murdered son and a missing daughter. It starts with betrayal. A long dormant wound rises up to fester. This is the stillness, a land long familiar with catastrophe, where the power of the earth is wielded as a weapon, and where there is no mercy. So I'm super looking forward to this one. The way it's written is really quite quick, so I think I could get through this quite quick as well. I was just editing and I realised I forgot The Raven Boys. It was sitting on the chair in front of me. I picked up Maggie Stiefvater's The Raven Boys, and this is sort of dystopian future, I believe. I've heard so much about it. I've been waiting for it to go on sale on Amazon. It never does. I've been trying to get it from the library. I can't. So I just walked into a store, hoped it was there, and it was, finally, and picked it up. And this is about a girl called Blue who has had her future told, and she's been told that if she kisses her true love, he will die. Which, you know, is true for all of us. So if we kiss our true love, they will most likely eventually die. It's just kind of what happens. But I'll just read the back to you. Even if Blue hadn't been told her true love would die if she kissed him, she would stay away from boys, especially the ones from the local private school known as the Raven Boys. They only mean trouble. But this is the year everything will change for Blue. This is the year she will be drawn into a strange and sinister world of the Raven Boys. And the year Blue will discover that magic does exist. This is the year she will fall in love. And the 4th book came out earlier this year, so if I like this, I will purchase the other 3 books and marathon it. But I've already set my TBR for September, so I might save this for October. You know, darker nights. This seems like something that's more of an autumn, like, cozy night in sort of read. So yeah, super excited to finally get my hands on this guy. So back to the regular programming. Next we have the ebooks, which I'm going to show you on my tablet. I don't know what these are about specifically, like off the top of my head, so I'm just going to roll right through them. First we have Ruins by Edna Walters, and this was recommended by Benjamin from Benjamin of Tomes. This is a free book, which is why I downloaded it, figuring I'll get to it at some point. Next we have A Baby Doll by Holly Overton, and I've had this on my wish list for quite a while. I know this is about a girl who was kidnapped, and after a long time her kidnapper accidentally leaves the door unlocked and she escapes. And it's all about life after that. Next we have Touch of Power by Maria V. Schneider. I really liked Poison Study in those books, so I kind of wanted to give one of her other series a try, and this is probably the next most popular one. Next we have the first in a list of Morgan Matson books. This is The Unexpected Everything. It's the newest Morgan Matson. I don't know what it's about. I just enjoyed one of her books and decided to pick the rest of them up while they were cheap on Kindle, which is why I got Second Chance Summer also. This is a sample of And I Darken, because I've heard so many people talk about it. I wanted to give it a quick read, see if it's worth purchasing. This is Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson, and this is about a girl called Emily who her friend name floated right off of me, but anyway, Emily's friend leaves her a list of things to do while she's off, disappeared. She comes home and her friend is gone, and she's left this list of things for Emily to do to bring her out of her comfort zone, and I freaking adored it. I devoured it in like a day and a bit. Amazing. We have Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. This is going to be the first Rainbow Rowell book I've ever read or purchased. Everyone said if you want to try Rainbow Rowell, this is probably one to start with. Again, I don't really know what it's about, but it's been blurbed by John Green, and that doesn't say anything for me. I don't like John Green. Hate John Green. But he's probably a nice person. I hate his work. It reads like something a 9-year-old would read. And then we have The Problem with Forever by Jennifer L. Armentrout, which is about a girl who was in a foster home, and then her current parents have put her to school when she's been homeschooled for the last 4 years, and she meets a guy who she was in a foster care home with, I guess is the premise. And I've read about a chapter of it, and it is cheesy as hell. I'm kind of thinking it's going to be very cliched and predictable, so I've not got very high hopes for this one. But with the way Jennifer L. Armentrout pumps out fiction, I can only feel like that's to be expected. If you write formulaic fiction, it's gonna be predictable. So yeah, it may be a good read, but I haven't got very high hopes for it. But yeah, those are all the books I've picked up in the last month. My reading rate is slowly increasing, getting back to a more normal pace. And yeah, I didn't read a whole lot last month because I was reading the starts of various books, but whatever. Anyways, that's for another video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you've read any of these books or want to know anything else about them, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.